Alright then, pretty hectic past few weeks in terms of updates since v1.46.0, so there's been a couple of things that have changed, so we're going to go through all of them that I haven't mentioned before in previous videos. Firstly, the Chiromancer's description has changed. Originally, it was burn multiple enemies at once and chip away at defenses. Yes, because obviously that's wrong. It's now changed to chill and freeze hordes of enemies in a wave of frost. Other big news, the Chiromancer also has gotten hair. In fact, the hair was actually removed at one point in v1.47.0, but then it was re-added again. It regrew its hair. So we know that these towers are susceptible to hair loss. So do I recommend not to use black market Tresemme Chiromancer? Okay? In other important news, the score button has been replaced with the index button. It's fact the index items changed icon in v1.47.0, but this does now mean you cannot get the free deluxe crate that you used to get with the hardcore badge. So you no longer get a free deluxe crate from hardcore mode triumphs. There is no replacement either, so you are just missing a deluxe crate now. If you beat hardcore mode after this, I guess, tough luck. This does now mean you can't get the pursuit for free anymore. You now need to buy it for 15,000 coins. Additionally, you no longer get a premium crate by defeating the nuclear monster, nor 100 XP from the Molten Warlord, which was in the game for like a week before it was removed, and 75 XP for defeating the Gravedigger. You no longer get these towers from the reward section, but that's because they're automatically claimed anyway for you, so that doesn't really affect it. And then these badges were all removed a while ago, including the suspicious 150 XP. And the basic crate for AJ Striker. I don't think I claimed those, nor did I claim the premium crate for this, but it's of no consequence to me because I have 63 premium crates anyway. This system was really outdated anyways. It was only tracking badges after it was removed, and I think the index is a better suit for this because the scores, I mean, it's not perfect. It's not a perfect replacement for these scores that used to appear, but it is a better tracker of the scores, and it's not buggy, and the UI is updated. Now, obviously, the main complaint is the deluxe crate. I don't know if the developers would re-add it if people applied too much pressure. Then again, developers probably thought it was a bit outdated anyways to have this in the game, so I just don't expect developers to cave into the demands for getting a free deluxe crate for everyone else, okay? Sorry, guys. Remember when Below Natural said he would remake the badge/score sections? Yeah, he actually kind of did with the index. I wouldn't say it's a complete remake, and I don't think he was intended the scores to look like this. But it is still kind of better than what we originally had in the scores, and the battle pass did move up to the top part, so we didn't need the battle pass that came with the score section previously. I do still want to point out that profile cards are still outdated. They use the background for the last map that you achieved or equipped in the previous score section before the maps were removed, so I'm stuck with Dusty Bridges forever. Additionally, the medals earned is still incorrect. It still only shows easy mode, multi-mode, and fallen mode, and even for fallen and multi-mode, it only says I have 0, which is completely wrong. Maps cleared, that's still wrong. Win ratio, okay, that's actually right, because that's easy to calculate. It's just the amount of wins over the amount of losses that you have. In fact, the system is still outdated on mobile profile cards where you just click on the player and it shows their towers. But I guess that's a video for another time if this is going to get reworked, because again, this is like the last remaining outdated bit of the lobby UI, and I don't think developers realize. In fact, I lied. The last outdated part of the lobby also includes this, where it says 0 triumphs and 0 losses for matchmaking teleporting. In other news, timescales were disabled again, and then they were re-enabled again. It's confusing flip-flopping between the timescale tickets and Revive tickets. They're still disabled. I am not surprised if Revive tickets aren't enabled for like another month, and then they're enabled for like a week before they're disabled again. Then we have apparently some replication fixes, various rare situational issues with replication. I don't know, there's a dupe glitch in Tower Defense Simulator that people are trying to exploit. Is this 2B2PT by any chance? Additionally, freeze tick damage properly scaled with time. Yeah, okay, I don't know which towers had freeze tick damage. That would have been the Chiromancer. Additionally, the Grenadier that appeared from the Mercenary base properly plays audio and muzzle flash on fire. Initially, when the Elementalist and the Snowballer were first added, they couldn't actually be gotten from the game. The badges were actually broken and didn't actually award the badges. That's been corrected. Additionally, after that, the badges still weren't connected to the towers, and after that was fixed. So it took quite a while for the towers to be introduced to the game. There was also a glitch where players wouldn't be rewarded anything upon completing Outpost 32, which was fixed. And there was also a glitch where players weren't being rewarded the Elite Token badge after beating True Form Frost Spirit in hard mode. Additionally, while the Elite Token was activated for easy mode of Outpost 32 in v1.47.0. Actually, apparently, the Frost Spirit has always had a easy mode true form that was already in the game. It is just that on the 17th of December, you weren't able to get the Elite Token badge from easy mode, but this was enabled from the 47th update onwards. Additionally, the Frost Blaster has kind of been nerfed. When the Frost Blaster was first reworked back in 2020 whatever, it had no cooldown between freezing effects on enemies. However, recently that's been changed to 2.5 seconds, so it was 2.5 seconds between each freeze effect for each enemy. And then in v1.47.0, this was updated to be 1 second, which was universal for all freezing towers. I guess the developers decided that the Frost Blast would obey the laws of freezing for every other freezing tower in the game. In other news, consumables, the turkey leg, the pumpkin bomb, and the sugar rush. These are event consumables and actually were stated to be event consumables a while ago. But you can no longer get them in these crates, the high-grade crates, the mid-grade crates, nor the low-grade crates. However, you can actually still get them in game mode. So, for example, at the end of Fallen mode, there is a chance to get turkey legs. So, the turkey leg and the pumpkin bomb, they are uncommon drops, and it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, you have about a 5% chance of getting it. As for the sugar rush, it's a 15% chance out of 4, so that's like a 3.75% chance of getting it, the Sugar Rush consumable. In fact, you can still get these consumables in multi-mode, even though that was recently updated after the event had ended. It's really odd that the Turkey Leg and the Pumpkin Bomb and the Sugar Rush consumables are in the game for Fallen, so for multi-mode, even though they are event consumables and shouldn't be gotten after the event had ended. Do you know what's even weirder? In molten mode, a high-grade crate, it's in the rare opportunity, so that's rare is a 10% chance, but since there's 4 options, it then divides it by 4, so you get a 2.5% chance of getting a high-grade crate in molten mode. However, in intermediate mode, there is actually a 5% chance for a legendary item, but since it's just 1 high-grade crate, there's actually a higher chance of getting a high-grade crate in intermediate mode than there is in molten mode, which I find really, really odd. Do you know what's even more of a scam? You can still get revive tickets in the game, even though they're being disabled for like God knows how long. So if you want these event consumables, it's your last chance because you can't get them in the crates anymore. And I'd assume once the developers watch this video or realize their mistake, they're going to want to correct it and patch everything here. This is just to mention, if you have the consumable, they're not at a chance of getting removed, but it's just that you can't obtain more of them. So if you want to say that you have some of them, try not to use all of them at once. If you're a consumable hungry person. That being said, they might return next year Halloween event. That's what the Necromancer is for. It's meant to be a returning tower for Halloween only, but they've decided, okay, we're just going to use it all the time. It's like I'm going to have to split this into 2 parts. So check back later for part 2.